Like I said, defecate.
Yeah. Well, at least you got that part right. God damn it. Because my browser is fucking up. Okay, drinking more. I'm over halfway through.
You were talking about a sequel earlier. Are you going to read that one too?
Oh god.
Looking forward to the bit with the spoon.
See, I haven't read this. I haven't read that one. I've read this one, so I don't have much to say. Except I just sit here, kind of shaking my head and chomping a cigarette. But
Chomping a cigarette. Oh
I should
god.
actually really roll a cigarette. That would make a lot of noise, though.
Oh god. This is why you shouldn't write gore fics for ponies. This is why, because then people like me have to read them. I don't want to read this.
people like him persuade people like us to sit around on Skype and listen.
This is the highlight of my week. You people have no idea what my life is like.
Okay, dude, if this is the highlight of your week, we need to, get a donation drive going or something, because Jesus fucking Christ! Okay. Deep breath.
I did have a really good clop a couple days ago. They're kind of tied.
Please shut up.
Okay, moving on. Dash.
There we go.
Stood urine filled her mucus caked nozzles. Okay, if your nostrils are caked with mucus, you're not gonna smell much of anything. So, okay, as her vengeance swam into Mucus saw a very pouty Pinkie Pie removing a large adrenaline needle from her tear hooves. The frustrated Pinkie lashed out at her helpless victim.
Didn't anybody teach you any manners? It's very rude to fall asleep when somebody invites you over to spend time with them. How would you like it if I came over to your house and went to sleep? Oh, I'm so sorry, Dash. You're so boring. I think I'll take a nap. You think I like always doing this by myself? I told you how excited I got when I found you were next. I was excited to have a friend be here with me while I worked. But no! You've got to be inconsiderate!
Shut up!
Selfish.
Nobody liked you. I mean, what?
You know, I thought you were tough. I thought you could handle anything. I've had foals stand up better than you. Do I have to baby you? Ha! Is that what you want me to remember you as? A baby?
As Pinkie stopped to catch her breath, Dash blinked and sobbed softly. Her back was in agony, her sides were on fire, and there was an intense pain in one of her legs. She blinked again, and she saw that Pinkie popped something red into her mouth and began to chew. Noticing Dash's stare, Pinkie quickly gulped the morsel down.
What?
Pinkie asked.
Oh, this?
She held up another piece.
Well, while you were asleep, I got a little impatient and helped myself to a small sample. I got it from your leg. You're not bad. Want to try some?
Without waiting for a response, Pinkie shoved the
Ah! Oh, my ears!
That's worse torture than that.
What the hell is that?
That was worse torture than that.
Just
The
decided
internet rebelling against what you're doing to it.
apparently.
God is telling you to stop.
I'm just revolting. Oh god, that hurt my ears.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry,
That was-
listeners, if your ears died as well as mine. Okay, where was I? Ouch. Without waiting for a response, Pinkie shoved the strip of meat into the revolted Pegasus pony's mouth. Dash gagged and immediately spit it out. Pinkie frowned and picked up the chunk of flesh.
If you didn't want it, you could have said no.
She contemplated discarding the snotty morsel, then gulped it up.
It's not like you haven't had my cupcakes before.
Swallowing, Pinkie turned her attention to a small can on the tray. She removed the lid, revealing that it was filled with red-hot coals. Lying on top of the coals were several large nails. As the adrenaline filled her veins, Dash began to panic again. Picking up the can, Pinkie walked over to Dash's left. Holding some tongs with her mouth, Pinkie carefully picked up a nail and positioned it at the seam between her victim's frontal leg and hoof. She then grabbed a hammer and took careful aim.
Apparently Pinkie has enough dexterity to grab a hammer. And
I think that whoever was writing this was just so angry that they kind of threw all of the nitty-gritty details like the fact that they don't have thumbs to the wind.
Okay, so let's pretend Pinky has a thumb. She's a
Yeah.
poor, deformed pony. That's probably why she's so angry, come to think of it. She has a thumb. She doesn't want thumbs, but that's what made her what she is. No, Pinky! Dash screamed. No! No!
No, Pinky!
No.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah.
That was a joke.
Oh, maybe.
The hammer came down, and the nail punctured Dash's skin. The white hot burning was too much. Dash screamed as she pulled and thrashed at the braces, causing her raw skin to rub and tear. Pinky tried to line up another nail, but couldn't find her aim, and let out a frustrated grunt when Pinky brought the hammer back. To take a wild swing, Dash burst out crying and begging,
Please stop! Please, please stop!
Pinky rolled her eyes. Putting down the hammer and tongs, she walked back in front of her friend and stared pensively at the broken Pegasus. Gilda didn't even cry this much when she had a live parasprite stuffed down her throat. Oh, that's an interesting use for a parasprite. Pinky thought for a minute about what to do next, and then had a sudden spark of inspiration. Rotating the wheel on the rack, Pinky laid Dash on her back, then moved to Dash's hind legs. Bringing the can with her, picking up her tools, Pinky drove a searing hot spike of metal directly into the bottom of Dash's hoof. As Dash yelled in pain, Pinky moved around and drove a second nail into the other hoof. Next, Pinky went back to her cot and located an enormous battery controller, which she dragged over to where she was working. Okay, this is becoming very similar to Scootaloo's love for pain, I'm just saying.
Now she's thinking with science.
Yes, science. Electroplay for every pony. She tied copper wires between the terminals, and the nails driven into Dash's hooves. Then gave Dash a wink and flipped the switch. Electricity rocketed through Dash's body. The blue pony reacted immediately. Her body seized and her muscles snapped taut. Dash's hips thrust skyward, her eyes rolled back, and she let out a deep, throat-shredding cry. Pinky giggled and danced in place, then reached down and turned up the juice. Dash convulsed uncontrollably. Her bladder emptied once more.
It already emptied.
Okay, so her bladder empties twice. Apparently, ponies have two bladders. After about 5 minutes...
And you can piss a lot when you're terrified, believe me.
True, but once your bladder's empty, it's kind of empty. I mean,
It fills up with the tears you don't have time to get rid of.
God, that is wrong.
That's the worst thing I've ever said.
Oh God, readers or listeners, this story is like warping all of us. We
Well,
started
I don't
off,
know about you guys, but I pissed myself 6 times already. So
we started off as caring, loving ponies. Look at what we've become. Look at us.
That's heard me muted for 5 seconds. That was me just slamming my head on the desk trying to make it go away.
Oh God, Pinky, what have you done? After about 5 minutes, Pinky shut up. Oh God, what was that? What was that?
Swifty with the soundboard, I think.
Oh, I'm so getting the soundboard ready.
Jesus fucking Christ, was that? It did sound like Pinky was in the room. Okay, guys, I'm gonna keep
Just
reading.
finish just finish it.
I'm gonna keep reading.
How much do you have left of this?
Not much. Just this is the end.
All right, hurry up.
After about 5. Oh God. After about 5 minutes, Pinky shut off the power. Wisps of steam rose from the singed fur around Asher's hooves, and the area reeked of cooked flesh and burnt enamel. Pinky rotated Dash upright again and tried to snap the drooling, delirious pony back to attention. Ah! What the fuck was that? Okay, we weren't going crazy.
Dash! Dash! Rainbow Dash! Wake up!
Dash moaned and managed to give a modicum of weak acknowledgement. Pinky studied her handiwork, then reached into the medicine bag and produced a large syringe.
Alright, time for the last round.
Dash focused belligerently on the needle, which Pinky took it as a question. certain as to what it was. Jesus Christ, stop that! This is a little something to take the pain away. Oh, wait, I should read that over.
It's a little something to take the pain away.
Pinky informed Dash. She walked around her victim's ruined back. Dash flinched as Pinky jabbed the needle into the lower part of the blue pony's spine. Moving in front of her dear friend again, Pinky leaned down and elaborated. In
a few moments, you won't be able to feel anything below your ribcage. Then you'll be able to stay away and watch the harvest. Stay awake and watch the harvest.
Dash began to cry again. Pinky, she choked out.
Yeah?
I want to go home. Dash sobbed.
Yeah, I can see you wanting to do that,
replied the party pony.
How's she gonna get home without her wings? She can't fly up to her house, dumbass.
She's delirious. Jesus Christ, man. Shut the fuck up. Oh, God. I want to finish this. Ah.
Sometimes I just want to give up. Just say, I'm done with this mess and go to bed. But you know what? You can't shrug off your responsibilities. You gotta pull yourself up and meet the challenges head on. That's the only way you're going to get any ahead in life. Stop it. The Pinky soundboard just creeping me the fuck out. Okay,
Dash hung her head and cried. Minutes passed as the drug took effect. Eventually, Dash was completely numb from her chest to her flanks. At this point, Pinky approached with the scalpel, glancing at Dash and smiling. Pinky made a long horizontal cut across the Pegasus pony's pelvis, just above her crotch, moving up Dash's body. Pinky made a similar incision under her ribs. Finally, Pinky made a long vertical cut down Dash's stomach.
Looks like I got my eye on you, Dash.
Pinky giggled. Oh, God. With a moist, gooey sound, the flaps of skin opened. The sight of her own organs and the lack of feeling caused Dash's breathing to intensify. Pinky carefully sliced open Dash's abdominal sac and grabbed her large intestines. As she separated the organ from the rest of her friend, Pinky began to make jokes. Dash, growing weaker from this new source of blood loss, tried desperately to shut out the macabre? How do you pronounce that? Macabre? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking foreign words. Macabre comedy.
Look at me, I'm rarely.
Pinky laughed, slinging the intestinal tube around her neck and spraying blood in all directions.
Isn't my new scarf so pretty?
Reaching back inside, she sliced the smaller intestine off from the bowels, squeezing out the excess excrement. Pinky filed the slimy organ through her teeth and dragged it back and forth.
God.
Didn't you say you gotta floss every day, Dash?
Dash was barely awake for.
I'm face palming so hard right now.
Dash was barely awake for what was aware of what was going on anymore. The shock was causing her to fade. Disappointed, Pinky dived back into the blue pony's guts, ramping up her routine.
Oh, don't go yet, Dash.
Pinky started pulling out the rest of Dash's organs, pausing with each removal.
I know I can be a real pancreas, but you know I'm just kidney to be with you.
Oh.
You really gotta learn to liver it up. Boy, these jokes are getting bladder. I guess you gotta develop a stomach for them.
I want to kill someone.
Oh, God. Stop it.
It's funny how, since this fic is all the blood and the gore and the guts and murder and stuff like that, and it kind of makes you feel homicidal yourself, just because it's been written.
It makes me want to hide in my closet.
My life is ruined!
Stop. Stop the soundboard! Okay. Pinky placed the discarded potty pot into the bucket, keeping the last one a bit longer.
Ooh, bagpipes!
She said, placing the end of Dash's esophagus in her mouth and the stomach in her armpit. She squeezed and a split of acid hit her tongue.
Ew! Oh, hey, look! There's your cupcake, Dash!
Really?
Man.
She didn't hear her tormentor. She had slipped from consciousness minutes ago. Pinky, not yet satisfied, hit Dash with another adrenaline shot. Dash woke up for the last time, her heart pounding. Warm blood flowed from the wound in her chest in great spurts. It wouldn't be long now. Apparently, Rainbow Dash has more than 20 liters of blood in her veins. Where the fuck is she? I mean, at least hook her up to a blood filtering system or something, because Jesus fucking Christ, where is she getting all this blood?
It's just...
Cupcakes are your blood-producing organ and ponies?
It's magic. I ain't gotta explain shit, apparently. Okay. Almost done. Almost done.
Me too.
Ah! No, I will not have enjoyment from this fic. I will not.
Yeah, the point is to sit here and kind of grimace, Pony.
Oh god, Pinky. No, Pinky. No.
You know, Rainbow Dash.
Oh, wait a minute. I skipped ahead. Okay. Pinky brought Dash around her back again and straddled the blue pony's chest, scalpel at the ready.
You know, Rainbow Dash, I'm disappointed. I thought you would have lasted longer. I really wanted to spend more time with you before we got here, but I guess it's my fault. I should have taken it a little slower. Oh well, it was really nice knowing you, Dash.
The blade sunk into the blue throat and
That
worked.
makes it so much worse.
It does!
That's soundboard.
Oh god. The blade sunk into the blue throat and worked its way up Dash's chin, coming back down Pinky's scalpel, then circled Dash's neck. The last thing Rainbow Dash felt was his skin being cut away from her. On. Pinkie Pie stared into the mirror. She had done a really good job of keeping even keeping the eyelids. She winked, and Dash winked back. Pinkie smiled, but still, she was sad that her friend was gone now. Dash had only lasted 50 minutes, not nearly as long as Pinkie had wanted. She looked back at the cadaver, hanging in the center of the room, the last of her friend's fluids draining into her pan. Yep, no more Rainbow Dash. As she looked back... oh, God, come on, it's the last paragraph. Have mercy.
No!
Ah! As she looked, Pinkie cocked her head. She began to take notice of the fact that there really wasn't much damage to the corpse.
It fact,
The pink pony mused.
I think.
An idea exploded in her head. She was good at sewing, and she had all the pieces. All she had to do was put them back together. Yeah, she just had to get some stuffing, and bingo, she'd have Rainbow Dash forever. In fact, thought Pinkie, that's what she'd do for all her best friends when their numbers came up. She was so excited. She skipped right over the body with her Skinner to get started. No, Twilight, you don't want this. The cupcakes could wait. Pinkie Pie had a friend to make. No more. It's the end.
Twilight will kick her ass. How the hell do you stop a unicorn pony?
Oh, God.
So, now there's a sequel, apparently.
No, I can't. I'll read it.
The actual sequel actually wasn't the Applejack one. It's the one, it was all a dream that Rainbow Dash dreamt up, and then she slowly went insane, and she ended up being the one that started making people into cupcakes.
Dash Rocket to Insanity. I'll probably read that one next. Cupcakes 2 is a really stupid fic written by some other jackass.
Well, the funniest ones are going to be the ones that are written, and...
oh my god, bittersweet.
The funniest ones for you to read are going to be the ones that are poorly written, and probably are like sexual fantasies of some fat slob sitting around in a basement, that has never seen a